Okay, so if you guys have not tried a Smokey whiskey, this video is going to be extremely exciting to you because this whiskey, it's from Scotland. It's actually from the west coast of Scotland, from the Isle of Skye. It's called Talisker 10-year-old. And Talisker, if you didn't know, I believe has Nordic origin. So the origin of Vikings. And this whiskey, there's no other way to describe it. The first time I had it, it just smelt like a Viking funeral. Now, Talisker Distillery was built in 1931 and it's located right on the edge of Loch Harport's coastline. And the water used for the Talisker whiskey comes from the natural highland springs directly above the distillery at Hawk Hill. So this is quite literally a taste of Scotland. Let's just open this up and have a look right now. So I can already smell that beautiful smokiness. Have a look at this on the nose. Oh my, wow. That is incredible. It's like this amazing smoke. It's almost like a chimney smokiness, but like a peaty sort of background to it. It's very complicated. It really is. And if you kind of leave your nose there for long enough, you almost get this little bit of caramel and a bit of fruitiness kind of trying to come through there, almost like fight with that smokiness. I've had other smoky whiskies and some of them are super overpowering, almost like if you have your mouth full of ash. But this is, it's a complex kind of smoke that you can actually come and appreciate. I don't want to describe it as a chimney. It does smell, it reminds me of if you've ever been camping and you sit around the fire and after your clothes have this nice kind of tobacco smell. I don't smoke personally, but I do like that sort of ash burning fire smell. And this really does remind me of what my clothes smell like after I have a bonfire or something. Incredible smell. Just 10 out of 10 smell. And amazingly, you can't smell any of the alcohol because this is actually 46.8%, I do believe. 45.8%. That's like amazingly accurate. Why not 46%? No, 45.8%. I appreciate that accuracy, actually. Okay, so let's have a taste. It's been a while since I've tried this. Mmm. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. Ooh, that's almost like a chili in your mouth with the aftertaste. And then at the end you get this nice sweetness. The whiskey itself is very, very viscous, very heavy, very thick. It's a nice oily texture. I'm getting seaweed, sea salt, and it does remind me of a lot of things that come from the sea. It really reminds me of, like, you know, when you take a walk on the rocky coasts and you see the sea smashing against the rock, and almost like, what does that experience taste like? It tastes like this. It tastes like this mixed with, I think a Viking funeral is just such a good way of describing it, because at a Viking funeral, they will put the body on a boat and push it out to sea, and then someone will fire a huge bow with a flaming arrow, and that will set alight the boat, and you can smell that burnt wood sort of smell, and that's what it's like. The coast and a bonfire, and it's incredible. I really do enjoy this, actually. I kind of want to water it down just to see how that affects the flavour as well. So we're going to add a tiny bit of water here, and if you look carefully, you can see it actually mixing with the oils in the whiskey here. And I'm going to let that sit and come back to it in a moment, and we're going to see how that flavour really changes. Now, some of you may have actually heard of this whiskey because it's actually mentioned in some of the, I think, a couple of Bond movies. James actually drinks this neat. I'd say watered down, it gets more aggressive. You can taste the tobacco notes more. And it's kind of got this more mineral, earthy sort of taste to it. I actually definitely prefer it straight though, which is why I saved the rest of the dram so I could carry on drinking it straight. As far as smoky whiskies go, this is one you just need to try. This is the kind of whiskey that, out of all the samples of drams we've covered so far on the channel, this is the kind of one that I just need a bottle of it. I've only ever had a taste of one of my friend's bottles, and then a dram recently that I ordered to see if I still liked it. And oh my god, it's just... So to summarize what I think about this whiskey, I just think it's a well-rounded whiskey full of impactful flavors, super strong flavors of the sea, of the smokiness and the heat of the chili. But it still somehow manages to be extremely well balanced with those flavors. It's not like overstimulating my senses or assaulting me with flavors that don't match. It's perfect. It really is. It's a Viking funeral in a whiskey glass. That's what it is. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget, press the bell icon and subscribe. And then YouTube will tell you when the next episode's out. We do weekly episodes, and you guys can find this whiskey linked down below in the description, whether you're in the USA or the UK. Obviously, the price is going to vary. I believe it retails in the UK for about £50. I assume you could add another $20 or so in the USA, though sometimes, you know, they have a big batch sent over and you get it a bit cheaper. It really does depend, which is why I usually don't like to talk about price too much on the channel. Though it is obviously a factor when you're trying to enjoy a smoky whiskey. And if you haven't tried this one yet, it's a fantastic entry, and it just tastes so different. It really does. So guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.